second tropical storm Julia as it barrels west and heads towards Nicaragua and Honduras. Now, will it turn into a hurricane or will it stay a tropical storm as it makes landfall? I'm also looking at your 6 to 10 day temperature and precipitation outlook, as well as who could see the first accumulating snowfall of the season. Now, is there severe weather in store next week? I'll be breaking that down in your near and long-term forecast coming up in this video. Hey yo, welcome back to Williams Weather. As you can see, we have Tropical Storm Julia down here in the Caribbean. Wind speeds of 65 miles an hour and max gust of 75. Looks like it will turn into a major Category 1 hurricane right before it makes landfall with Central America here. It's like Nicaragua area, Managua. Like y'all will be getting much of the impacts from this. It looks like it will move out of the area by Monday and will go out into the Pacific, and I think it will re-strengthen, as there is a 20% chance in the next 5 days that this will go out into the Pacific and re-strengthen. Now, I don't think it'll affect much of anybody. But let's go ahead and take a look at the precipitation totals from this hurricane right before we look at what other hurricanes or tropical storms are out there in the Atlantic, Gulf, and the Pacific. Let's look at the GFS here. See how much precipitation could fall from this or storm surge. It's still going to bring about a foot or so of additional precipitation. This could be storm surge as well, as it pushes water over land. All right, we'll go ahead and take a look and see if there is any more tropical storms or hurricanes or anything developing out there in the Atlantic, Gulf, and Pacific. Wow, there is hardly nothing out there other than this development chance in the Pacific, which was basically just the same. Was basically Julia turning into a tropical storm in the Pacific and gaining strength as it heads west. I don't think this is going to affect much of anybody after it hits Central America and goes out into the Pacific. Let's go take a look and see what the temperatures and precipitation is going to be looking like for the next 6 to 10 days. Now, it looks like from the Midwest here, all the way up in the Northeast and the deep South here in the blue, including Southwest Texas and the southern New Mexico, looks like y'all going to be way below average as far as temperatures go. Down here into western Louisiana and southeastern to southern Texas and the western states here, y'all gonna be above average as far as temperatures go. The next 6 to 10 days, 14 days at the end of October, gonna be way below average here from Minnesota all the way down to Texas, out east here in the blue, then the northeast. Dark blue gonna be way below average, including southwestern Texas and far southern New Mexico as well. Now here in the orange and the red, y'all gonna be way above average first temperatures go to end October. Now, as far as precipitation goes, here in the orange and brown, can be way below average from Indiana all the way over into Oregon, California, and Washington. But here in the green, in southwest Texas, all the way over into southern California and southern Nevada, Florida, all the way up in the northeast, in the green here, y'all gonna be above average as far as precip goes. In your 8 to 14 day, looks like much of the country is going to be dry here in the brown. But in the green here in southwest Texas, all the way over into California again, going to be above average. Now let's go look at your excessive rainfall outlooks. All right, your day 1 in the green here from southeast Utah, southern Colorado, and the Panhandle of Oklahoma, then northern Texas, New Mexico, and far western Texas into Arizona. You're under the marginal risk for excessive rainfall. Day 2 excessive rainfall outlook. There is a slight risk for excessive rainfall in southern New Mexico and western Texas, with a marginal risk surrounding that in the green here. Now your day 3, pretty much the same area. Now why is there a marginal risk and slight risk issue for excessive rainfall? Let's take a look at that here in the next 72 hours. About 1 to 3 inches of excessive rainfall is possible within the next 72 hours of this video. Now we'll look at the near-term models, see what's causing that. Now, as far as your severe weather threats go, there is really none. Just a severe, just a general thunderstorm for western Texas, New Mexico, Colorado, Utah, Arizona, and Southern California. Second day, same area pretty much. Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, New Mexico, Colorado, Utah, Arizona, Southern Nevada, and Southern California. Your third day from Oklahoma on up to Nebraska, all the way in the southwest. Pretty much no severe weather expected, just general thunder. Now we'll go ahead and take a look at your near-term forecast. See who will get the first accumulating snowfall of the season, and see if there is actually going to be a severe weather threat next week. I already heard there was snowfall up here in the northern part of Michigan, but it didn't accumulate, so that really don't count. Let's look at your near-term forecast here. Starting off with the jet stream. Got a weak trough here that brought some cold temperatures today. Push us off into the future. See if we're gonna have a major ridging event happen. It's gonna be fun in the sun. Everybody's gonna be enjoying their pumpkin spice. Comment below what kind of pumpkin spice stuff you like. Do you like pumpkin spice hot dogs, pumpkin spice pizza, pumpkin spice fried chicken, pumpkin spice lemonade, apple macchiatos, pumpkin spice pumpkin bread? I don't know. What do you like in fall time? I'm sure whatever you like, you're gonna be enjoying it because it's gonna be warm and sunny, and if you aren't that rich, you're gonna be alright. We push us off into Friday. We'll have a major trough come down. This could bring some severe weather and definitely gonna bring some cold temperatures by the time it passes through. Now after that passes, we're still gonna be on a trough, and there's gonna be another trough after that. But after all that, it's gonna be another ridge again. Fun in the sun on the 22nd. Alright, let's go ahead and sum up in basic terms what a trough and a ridge is. We'll put this in reverse here. I'll put it back to where the ridge was, where the trough wipe that out. Now let's pretend the ridge is like our neighbor Chris. On a warm sunny day on the road, he has a Speedo on, he's walking down the road with his beer in his hand, drinking it. He's distracted by Gladys over there who's walking. He waves at her, and then he didn't see this log in the middle of the road, and he just trips on it and falls into Gladys's ditch. And Gladys comes over and yells at him, "Hey, why are you falling in my ditch? Darn it, I've already had these Speedos flying into my tree the other day. I've just noticed it today. I'll tell how long these have been in my tree. But I'm having these tree trimmers over here, trimming them up and knocking some branches down because your Speedos keep flying into my tree. I already have my neighbor's, she's a hoe. She's a hooker. Her pantyhose keep coming in my ditch, and I had your freaking Speedos landing in my yard and now in my tree. I just now noticed that today. There's 2 or 3 of those freaking Speedos in my tree. I'll have these tree trimmers come out and trim them up. And now you're laying in my ditch. Now get out of my ditch." But anyways, we go ahead and look at the simulated radar here. See if there will be any severe weather that comes of this, and see if we will get the first snowfall of the season. Push this forward here, as we do have some rain down in the desert southwest of New Mexico and Arizona and Texas. This is probably due to the remnants of Hurricane Julia as it comes through Mexico and it comes up. Now, so we'll go that way as I'll push it forward here. That's why the Weather Prediction Center has issued a slight risk for excessive rainfall for Sunday because of the remnants of Hurricane Julia coming up through Mexico and hitting those desert southwest states. Push this forward. It's pretty much dry for much of the country, and then through Oklahoma, Kansas, and Missouri on Tuesday. Got some rain coming up through Illinois, northern Indiana, into Michigan. But then we have a line of storms. This is probably a QLCS, a weak QLCS, as we have some clusters of storms forming along a line spanning from Texas all the way up through Michigan into Canada. And northern Canada has some snow up here. Now this will bring some cold temperatures after it pushes through, and it goes through Pennsylvania on Thursday. I'll show you the temperatures after this, and then I'll show you the snowfall depth of who will see the first snowfall, and then after that I will show you if this severe weather event verifies. I don't think it will verify. I just think it'll be probably damaging winds and probably possible flooding and very small hail. And tornadoes I don't think will be a risk, but as we push this forward, it's not really much. I got some snowfall up there up by Minnesota and northern Wisconsin up in the peninsula of Michigan. And push this forward again. Looks pretty dry for much of the country. The northwest, they're getting some rain up in Washington. Like a quiet period as we head in the middle of the month. Looks like some rain up down there in Texas. Might be some snowfall down in New Mexico. Some rain down in the south. Snowfall in western Montana as we wrap up to the 24th of this month. And we'll go ahead and look at the temperatures while we're at it. We'll use this model here. I'll show you where it transitions over to that trough and where that cold front sweeps through the Ohio Valley. It's warm and then cold again. Warm on Sunday, cold again Monday, Sunday night and Monday. Warm and cold, and it gets warm again, really warm, and then it gets really cold. On Friday morning, it's going to be burr cold. It's going to be about 30 degrees in the Ohio Valley in the north, 20 degrees up there. It's going to be warm again. Yeah, it's really going to play a role in our temperatures, though. That trough will. I think after that trough rolls through, it will sort of remain cold. It'll warm up this week. By the end of the week, it's going to be really cold in the Ohio Valley and Midwest and into the plains. Out west, it's supposed to be pretty reasonably warm. So I think wintertime is sort of coming here fast. And we'll go back to this model here. Let's show you the severe weather side of things. The CAPE. This shows the energy in the atmosphere to develop severe weather. Convective available potential energy, as it's called. We'll pull this forward. Really not much Cape till by Wednesday down in Oklahoma area, down in the plains, all the way up into Wisconsin. Transitions into Tennessee. Really not much as far as severe weather goes. I don't think it's going to be that bad of an event. Could bring some high winds, could bring some heavy rain and flooding. We'll show you the wind gusts right quick. We'll push this forward. That's going to be pretty gusty up by Michigan. Start off your Sunday. Down in Texas, it's going to be pretty gusty. Now, as this trough pushes through here, show you in the plains, 44 mile an hour wind gusts. Almost 50. Wednesday, 8 o'clock. Wednesday night and Thursday morning, as this trough pushes through the plains into the Ohio Valley. Wind's going to be pretty gusty for a while. So it looks like we're in the windy part of the year. Make sure you have everything tied down. Speedos, make sure you have those inside, or beer cans, or anything loose in the yard, anything that could blow away, tie it down, as we're heading into the windy part of the year. Winter forecasts here, the snow dip. Now who will see the first snowfall of the year here? As we push this forward, like Montana will be seeing about maybe 1 to 2. Yep, 1 to 2 inches of snowfall. We're all going to be the first ones to see snowfall this year. Wisconsin's going to be getting 1 to 2, possibly 3 inches. New York, possibly down there in New Mexico as well. Another inch or so, inch or 2. Now, when we get further into snow season, we get the snowstorms. I'll be using the Euro models, GFS models, and the Canadian models. And sometimes we use the CFS model. That's the really, really long range model. And then look at the National Weather Service blend of models, and that's the one that really puts all these models together into one. And the GFS, let's say, it says that they're going to have a foot of snow in Massachusetts. The Euro says no. It's going to be about 6 inches, and the rest of them say around 2 inches or 1 inch or whatever. This model here puts them all together, blends it, and spits out one number, then a conservative number right in between the two. If one's higher, one's lower, goes right in the middle of that. So most likely we'll be using this one, but I'll show you Euro, GFS, Canadian, and sometimes CFS in the long, long range as well. Now, plan on doing live streams this winter snowstorm season. I'd like to know your thoughts on that. If you'd like to comment that below. Thinking about doing that on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays when snowstorms hit. And I'm also still going to be doing the as lives outside here at Williams Weather headquarters when we do get snowstorms here. Now I'm going to be using this Ryan Hall Y'all snow gauge here. You can get it on RyanHallYallShop.com or RyanHallShop.com. Don't put the y'all in there. You can get it on his store, and I'll be sticking that in the ground and saying, "Oh, welcome to Williams Weather," you know, like I did with Winter Storm Langdon. So, looking forward to doing that this winter for y'all. It'll be a fun winter season. First year on YouTube here at Williams Weather headquarters. Now, if you like the content, please give it a like, comment below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you on the next video. Never stop forecasting.